Well, this is... wow. I never wanted to talk about this guy. Like, so what? He gets like millions of followers just for his vlogs. Good for him. Like, his videos kinda like, they're not for me. They're not for me, they are for his followers. And he should have just kept it the way it was and just done a few things here and there, like go on adventures and maybe meet some fans here and there and try new things. But it seemed like with every new video that he was making, it was always trying to exploit other people or to make them feel uncomfortable. What is this kid thinking? And that's just it. I think because of his young start, he doesn't really think about his actions. He just does it. He thinks at that moment, which a lot of us do that at this age. When we're that young and we think it's a good idea, we do it only to learn later on, yeah, that wasn't really the best idea. And we learn from our mistakes, but it just seems like this guy will never learn from his mistakes, especially now. When at his trip in Tokyo, he's going throughout Japan and he walks through the suicide forest. It is an infamous forest where like individuals who are just tired of life and they can't take it anymore, they go into this forest and they kill themselves. That's why they call it suicide forest. That every now and then police or forest rangers will find a dead body in there and they will take down the body, identify it, and return the body to its family. It is a very sad place to be, but that's just part of Japan. Like, it is just so sad when you think about it, because I've seen many documentaries and articles related to what the Japanese go through on their daily basis, and these people overwork themselves. They are so constantly stressed over their jobs and being the best in their fields, and it gets to them to the point where they suffer exhaustion on a daily basis. Like, I even watched a video like a couple of days ago of this woman going to Japan and just interviewing these businessmen. Like you work so many hours of the day, you barely get any sleep, and there's some when she's coming off of a subway, there's one passed out on the ground because he's just so tired, and the people are just so respectful to each other that they're just gonna leave him there. They're just gonna leave him there. Don't touch him, don't rob him, he needs his rest. And it's a topic that I'm seeing a lot in modern anime, where modern anime and manga, where people are suffering from exhaustion because they are so overworked and working constantly that they will just pass out in the middle of the road. And that's what leads to a few more fatalities, because sometimes they'll get hit by a car because they're not paying attention, they'll pass out, and an oncoming vehicle will come and not even notice them and just run over them. They'll fall off certain platforms and get concussions. And you just feel so terrible for these people, but that's the lifestyle they chose. They just want to work. And it's becoming an issue that is rising. It's is it really worth working this much? And they're not even thinking about it. No, I gotta keep working, I gotta keep working. And some people are just, they can't handle it anymore, and they choose to take their own lives. And when most of the people walk through the suicide forest, why are you recording it in the first place? Unless it's for a documentary reason and you got your papers filled out and everything, why are you recording in the suicide fortress? That is highly disrespectful. You go there to pay your respects. Forests tend to creep me out a bit, and this one would probably creep me out a bit if I ever visited, but I would do it to pay my respects for these people who are constantly stressed and overworked. But for this guy, this little brat, I'm gonna call him a brat because everything he does is just so childish. This little brat to walk through the suicide fortress, record his reaction, and to find a dead body. And whether the body is real or not, because sometimes he'll plant things in for more drama, it doesn't matter. Why are you recording in the suicide forest to begin with? And why are you doing this? That was a dead body. If it's real or not, why record it and put it on YouTube? You idiot! And I'm not saying that oh, this is gonna ruin your YouTube career. F your YouTube career at this point. What you did was just so disrespectful and shameless. All you thought about was your views and your followers. I think that's I almost kind of feel sorry for the guy, because maybe that's just running through his mind right now, that all he's constantly thinking about is what his viewers want, what his followers want, how his people will react to this. And that's what's going through his head 24/7. Maybe his mind is warped that way, and that 20 years from now we're going to see Logan Paul, the tragic story of a young child actor turned into a psychopath because all he cared about was views and reactions from his people, not what made sense to him, what was common sense and moral and decent for him. I've ranted to the point where, like, I'm losing oxygen. I'm getting a little bubbly and dizzy right now because I never wanted to talk about this guy, because so what? He is a brat who got lucky, and he's got millions of followers. But this has to be like the lowest. Is the lowest thing that he's ever done. Like, who would do that? Just go through a forest where people kill themselves and record it. Unless it's for, like, a documentary. To record a dead body. Like, even some people, like, when they go to Mount Everest, they don't take selfies with the dead bodies up there. Because there are people still there on Mount Everest. Mainly because they can't make it up there because it's too cold. Or because their families are like, leave them there. That's how they would have wanted it. For people to go up there, like, there are pictures taken of the bodies just for, like, historical purposes. Like, these are the remains of the people that are still there, and some, for scientific reasons, they'll say this, some are still preserved because it is so cold that they're literally, like, frozen in time. And when you look at it through that perspective, it is just, like, so heartbreaking yet fascinating to look at this. And when you look at the history and, you know, what happens there, and when you look at that perspective, it's fine. But for a 22-year-old brat who's notoriously known for doing so many stupid things on his channel, to, like, have, like, a little selfie camera and say, oh my god, there's a dead body, oh my god, guys, oh my god, is that dead body? Bruh, are you just messing with us? Are you like messing with us? Are you actually a dead body? Oh my god, it's actually a dead body, guys. It's like, what are you doing? There's so many things going through my mind right now. Turn the damn camera off. Like, if that were to happen to me, like, if I'm walking around recording and there's, like, some sort of incident that happens that results in a fatality, I'm gonna stop recording. Like how?
Not even just that. I mean, you don't go to the forest known for that and be like, oh, look, we just found the body. It doesn't work that way.
It really doesn't work that way. Like, I wouldn't even, like, upload it to my YouTube channel, just, like, upload it to the authorities, like, hey, this happened, and they can use that footage to their advantage, and I'm not gonna take credit for that. Just, I could, like, say, like, hey, I was there, but I'm not gonna, like, share any videos being like, oh my god, guys, look what happened, look at all these people dying behind me, all the humanity, like, who does this? It's just as bad as when, like, that student who was going into medical training and she took a selfie with a dead body. It's like, no, that was a dead body. That was a human being. You don't do that. Or the girl that took a selfie in Auschwitz? Auschwitz! She took a freaking selfie in Auschwitz. It's like, who does that? You kids! And even Justin Bieber making a little tweet or comment saying, like, if, because he was going through Anne Frank's old apartment where she hid from the Nazis. He made a comment saying, I'm sure if she were still alive today, she would have been a believer. Kids! I know I'm not even 30 yet, but the stuff that kids are doing nowadays, it just makes your head bleed. There is genuinely a lack of respect nowadays. Respect for each other, respect for the dead. Respect is just out the window. There is no moral dignity, there is no respect, there is just no proper treatment to each other and to the dead. Like, do you need to take some courses in human decency, Logan Paul? Have you been so caught up in the limelight all of your life that you just do not know what is right and wrong? Some are up to one's perspective and ambiguity, but you would think taking a video of a dead body, taking a selfie with a dead body, commenting on the dead, you would think that would be common sense as to not do it. just make like a statement saying like, hey, I was going to make a video of me walking through the suicide forest and we actually walked into something, so I can't show anybody. And if you felt so inclined to share your emotions, then talk about it, but don't show the freaking dead body. And if it's fake, how dare you? You're just doing this for views. Like, you planted that in there just to like have a fake reaction and have people react to this. Yeah, people are reacting to this. And the sad thing is, with Philip DeFranco's tweet right here, he's had like hundreds of thousands of likes already. So whether or not the millions of other people find this to be disrespectful and disgusting for this little brat to make a video about this, unless YouTube does something to patrol his behavior, and the most disrespectful thing that could ever happen for Logan Paul to do this, I don't think like YouTube's gonna do anything about it, because he's still got like 15 million subscribers. He's got like millions of fans liking his videos. He's good for content and ad reels. I swear more stuff like this is gonna add even more adpocalypse. First, like with the commercials going up against ISIS videos, with all those YouTube kid videos being entirely inappropriate for kids, and now this. Videos like this are gonna add even more apocalypse because YouTube's not stopping this. And I believe that the video's been taken down by now, but people are uploading it to show the world this is Logan Paul. This is Logan Paul and what he does and how he exploits everything that he does. This is a beautiful world we live in. I know this whole...
Ranting!
What's that?
You're ranting!
I am ranting, I know! That's all I gotta say. Logan Paul, get some help. This probably won't be the end of his YouTube career. I'll be happy if it is. Like, any kind of YouTuber that gets popular from like their vlogs and whatnot, I really don't care. But for Logan Paul to constantly harass people, exploit people, and now exploit the dead, something needs to be done. I'm not gonna hold my hopes up because he makes too many views and too much money for YouTube to care, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Sorry if I ranted, I'm just really disappointed and just outright furious at the situation. So whatever happens, happens. Just know that this is not okay, and Logan Paul seriously needs to get some help. This is not really a happy video, but this really isn't a happy situation. So everybody, hug your loved ones. Just take a deep breath and look forward to the future, and just be strong, be patient. Bye for now.